Good afternoon, welcome to Vanik and start discussing current affairs of December 2. How much financial assistance is given will be provided by the National Disaster Response Fund for recovery of the reconstruction of the plan of Joshi Mutt. This question, actually, these are not important. Uh, these numbers are not important, but Joshi Mutt is in Uttarakhand, where landslide occurs. Uttarakhand. That is important. Where Josimat, it is at Uttarakhand. And the NDRF will pay 1,719 crore. This is the amount. National Disaster Response Fund. When is NDRF created? NDRF created under Disaster Management Act. Disaster Management Act of 2005. NDRF created. Right? It's a specialized force of India. This NDRF created under Disaster Management Act of 2005. It's a special force that is called as National Disaster Response Force, and the fund, National Disaster Response Fund, is also created for to avoid disasters. There is a state disaster response fund as well. Next question, what did the Reserve Bank of India state in propose for rising inflation? What do you mean by inflation? Inflation means rise in prices of rise in prices of goods or decline in value of money. Decline in value of money. Both can be called as inflation, right? We have two type of inflation: CPI inflation and WPI inflation. CPI inflation is consumer price index. WPI index is wholesale price index. This is WPI. Okay, wholesale price index is only for goods, not for services. CPI is both for goods and services. WPI is released by Office of Economic Advisor. Remember, Office of Economic Advisor. It releases WPI. CPI is released by NSO, National Statistical Organization. CPI is released. So, what is the response of RBI in response of rising inflation? So, inflation has increased. Now, what is the response of RBI? It will lower the interest rate immediately. If interest rate is lower than bank interest rate is low, then loan will be much higher, right? People will take too much loan, right? Loan will be much higher. If loan will be much higher, then money in market will be much more. Money in market will increase. That will lead to inflation. So this can never be the step of RBI. Whenever money in market increases, then inflation occurs. It take no action. That is also wrong. It will raise interest rate if conditions require. Yes. If interest rate are increased, then people will not take loan. So liquidity in market will reduce. So liquidity in market will reduce, then inflation, then supply, that is money in market will reduce, then inflation will decrease. So C is the answer. It will introduce new currency notes. Now, new currency note also increases inflation. It will reduce the fiscal deficit. What do you mean by fiscal deficit? Fiscal deficit means loan. Loan is equal to fiscal deficit. If you reduce the loan, If you reduce the loan, then that will not reduce inflation. Okay, and RBI do not reduces fiscal deficit. RBI it is deals with monetary policy. Monetary policy. RBI actions are called as monetary policy. Fiscal policy is governed by government or fiscal policy. This is finance minister or government. So RBI do not reduce fiscal deficit. She is the answer. Which international organization's commitment aligns with initiative for gender equality in aviation sector? Aviation sector gender equality. See any question regarding international aviation sector, it is answer is International Aviation Organization ICAO. Any question regarding health is WHO 1948 establishment. In case of WHO, you must remember, right? Next, any question related trade, that is WTO. WTO established in 1995, IMF 1945, right? So, so this is for civil aviation. This is the answer. We have Gagan regarding civil aviation. What is Gagan? It is GPS aided, geo augmented, GPS aided geo augmented navigation. That is Gagan. GPS aided geo augmented navigation. It is indigenous navigation system. Indigenous navigation. It is Gagan. Just a sec. Next question. What is the fiscal deficit as a percentage of target amount 2024 financial year in India as of October 2023? Fiscal deficit means loan of the government, right? That is total expenditure minus total income. Total expenditure minus total income. Fiscal deficit. So, so what is the fiscal deficit? It is 45%. 45% is the fiscal deficit for India as of October. Which industry contributes the most to the combined index of eight core industry? Contributes the most to the eight core industries, right? Eight core industries. It is electricity or steel, refinery products, or natural gas or coal. So it is steel. Steel has given maximum growth. We have total 8 core industries. That is, core sector is coal, one of which coal. Then crude oil. Yes, crude oil here it is not mentioned. Crude oil is another core sector. Then natural gas, refinery, fertilizer, steel, cement is not mentioned. Cement and electricity, right? And coal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They are the 8 core industries. And maximum growth is witnessed in the steel sector. We have maximum growth. What impact does the expected nominal GDP growth rate for the current year have on the state's debt to GSDP ratio? Okay, it will result in a higher. It could result in a higher debt GSDP ratio. Nominal GDP growth rate expected nominal for the current year have on states. Okay, so debt to GSDP it will lead to a higher debt to GSDP ratio. Expected nominal growth rate for the current year have on states. Okay, okay. Generally, it will decrease the ratio significantly. This option is wrong. Obviously, nothing will reduce significantly. This will never happen. It have no impact. This is also wrong. It may lead to lower debt to GSDP ratio. Debt to GSDP ratio, lower debt to GSDP ratio, GSDP ratio means this will low, this will be more. Then it will result in higher debt to GSDP ratio. It will cause the ratio fluctuate unpredictable. These two are wrong. Now we can get confused between C and D if the nominal GDP growth rate for the current year mm, increases. So GSDP means gross state domestic product. If it increases, okay, normally yes, it could result in a higher, it could result in a higher GSDP ratio if growth rate based on the present circumstances deal with the right answer, it will could result into higher debt into GSDP ratio, that is gross state domestic product. State domestic product. So D is the answer. What is the primary purpose of a windfall tax in the context of energy sector? Windfall tax to encourage companies to generate higher profits, to prevent companies from earning any profits, to regulate excessive profits during favorable market condition, to increase government revenue from all industries, to incentivize companies to explore new resources. Answer is C, to regulate excessive profits during the favorable market conditions, imposing some new taxes, that is windfall taxes, when companies get excessive profits. So C is the answer. What is the significance of December 1, 1963? It is the statehood day of Nagaland. Nagaland statehood day, that is December 1, 1963. Nephew Rio is the CM of Nagaland. Nephew Rio. The CM of Nagaland. Then what is the primary goal of Amplify 2.0 portal launched by Union Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs? It is to centralize and streamline the data regarding urban development. Centralizing data for urban data. It's about data. Information regarding urban development. Who is your urban development minister? Minister is Minister of Housing and Urban. This is Hardeep Singh Puri. Housing and Urban Affairs. Okay. Amplify 2.0. That is to promoting data for urban development. We have 17 SDG goals. What are those important 17 SDG goals? The concept of sustainable development. Sustainable development goals are implemented by UNDP, United Nations Developmental Program. United Nations United Nations Developmental Program. SDG 1, no poverty. Sustainable Development Goal 1, no poverty. It is brought by, this concept was not brought by Brundtland report. Brundtland report started the concept of sustainable development goals. Then SDG goal 2, zero hunger. Third, good health and well-being. Good health and well-being. Then goal 4, good health and well-being. Plus goal 4 is, uh, sorry, third is quality education. Goal 3 is quality education. Quality education. Sorry, goal 4 is quality education and goal 3 is good health and well-being. Good health and well-being. Goal 5 is gender equality. Goal 6, clean water and sanitation. Good afternoon, Monica. Okay, clean water and sanitation. Then SDG goal 7. Goal 7 is affordable and clean energy. Goal 7. Affordable and clean energy. Goal 8. Decent work and economic growth. Then goal 9, industry innovation and infrastructure. Industry innovation and infrastructure. Goal 10, reducing inequality. Reducing inequality is the goal 10. Then goal 11, sustainable cities. Sustainable cities and commodities and communities. Sustainable cities and communities. Then goal 12. Goal 12 is responsible consumption and production. Responsible consumption and production. Then goal 13, climate action. Climate action. Goal 14, life on water. Goal 15, life below land. Goal 16, peace and justice. Partnership for goals. Partnership for goals. These are the goal 17. These are the most important SDG goals. These are Brundtland report. This is very important. Many times they have asked this question. So the discussions end today, and like this video and share and subscribe to Vanik. Thank you.